Hi, I'm Megan. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my epilepsy for a little bit. I thought I would open up about, living with epilepsy. Since, on my channel, I talk a lot about CP, but I haven't really opened up that much about my epilepsy. And having epilepsy definitely sucks at times. It is hard and I just don't like it, and I'm taking medication now, which is helping. I'm so grateful that I have medicine that helps me. But when I was diagnosed with it and when I had my first seizure, it was hard. It was definitely hard. I had my first seizure, I would say, at 19, but before that I believe I was having auras, and then that was it. I was just having auras, and if you don't know what auras are, it's pretty much like a warning sign that a seizure might be coming on. It's hard to describe. For me, it's like this weird feeling, and I'm just like, oh my god, like this is weird. But for me, a lot of times it is guessing an aura and that it, like nothing comes after that. And auras within itself are sustained seizures as well. Other than auras, like that was like all I had. And I actually didn't realize that until I had like an actual like seizure that was like, oh my god, like this is an actual seizure, and it was very scary. And before this seizure, I had an aura. I had this weird feeling, and then all of a sudden, like, I went into a seizure, and it was one of those seizures that I was awake, I was conscious, I knew what was happening around me. I'm not gonna go into details, but, I was awake, and, even though I couldn't control my body or couldn't talk, like, I knew what was going on around me, which is just so scary, and why seizures are just, like, scary all around. And even though the ones I have had have been considered mild, they are so very scary. When I had my first seizure, there was a lot of unknowns, because we didn't know like if that was just gonna be it, or this was the first of many. Like, it was very scary. And after that, the next like 3 months, I would say, I was living in fear. I was just so scared that like something was gonna happen any second, and I didn't know what to do. So it was definitely scary. Like I said, like it was 19 when I had my first like real like actual seizure, but that up until when I was 21, when I like got diagnosed, like those 2 years were very difficult. I went through a lot, and I'm not gonna get into it, but like going through so much hard and difficult times, going through trauma, definitely led up to me like being diagnosed with epilepsy, and being very stressed and all that. And it's hard to know like if this would happen anyway, even if I didn't go through all that. But I try not to think about that, because there's nothing I can change about it. In terms of like thinking of like my CP and epilepsy, I would say like there are moments where having epilepsy I feel is harder than my CP, because CP is all I've ever known, and it's my normal. Like, it is my normal. So this is all I know what life is like for me, and I have learned to adapt, and I know what things are hard for me to do. I know like the challenges that come along with it. Like, I'm used to at this point, since this is all I ever know. So sometimes I feel like abstractly is harder sometimes, because in a way like I lived so long in my life like not even like thinking about like seizures and stuff. I feel like growing up, my family always knew that I would have an increase in having seizures, but what we could tell like when I was growing up is like I was fine. I didn't have any seizures and all of that, but now looking back, like I believe I was just having auras like I said, and wasn't actually having like that like what you typically think of when you think of seizures. So so that is confusing. So absolutely definitely confusing, but it also gets so like scary, and there's so much of an unknown, and it gets that feel. Even though I'm so grateful that I have medication that it's working for me and it's going well, like yeah, sometimes it sucks having to know like I have to take medication, or like I will have an increase in having seizures again, and they just that feel. And that's just hard because I don't want to live in fear every day, and I definitely have gotten better. That medication, in a way is protecting me. Seizures are very complicated because I have had moments where I'm just like, is this a seizure or this is not? Like, is this an aura or is it not? Like, it can be very confusing, and it can be hard, especially like if no one's there to see it. I have had a couple of seizures where I went unconscious, and that is so scary. Cannot, like, in one way, like, it's scary to like remember your seizure. Like my first seizure I ever had, like I remember everything, but another thing is scary, like going unconscious and not knowing like everything that happens. If you have seen many other videos, especially like my CP videos, then I try to be positive and try to think of the best of everything. And even though aesthetically sucks and I wish I didn't have it, and I wish there was some call to take it away from me, so I don't have to worry, like at the end of the day, like it has made me into the strong person I am today. So yeah, having aesthetically, it takes a lot out of you. And I remember when I had my first seizure at 19, it took so much out of me, and I didn't feel like myself for months, and it was very difficult. And like, what is gonna happen? Like living in fear, that is the hardest part of having aesthetically for me, and that unknown. Because with CP, like I said, like I know my challenges, I know what my body can handle, I know like the things that are difficult for me, like I know all that. But with aesthetically, there's so much unknown, and there's that fear that is always gonna be there no matter how hard I try. But it's something for the most part I have learned to live with. I'm doing a lot better than I was when I first had my seizure at 19, and those 2 years where I was going through a lot and what led up to my diagnosis. Try my best to be positive and know that it has helped me into the strong person I am today, because dealing with aesthetically is not easy. So that is just a little bit of my experience with aesthetically. I hope you like this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. It really helps me a lot. I definitely want to do more videos talking about my experience with aesthetically and bringing more awareness. So definitely subscribe if you haven't already. I post every Monday and Friday, and I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Bye.